Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today's video is going to be a quick look at a very dumb deck list that I've been playing lately, and I'm going to be playing more of, talking about what I'm trying to do and where we go from here. So this video is very much inspired by both Christian Young from Blue vs. Orange TCG and Dan Arnold from Vector Sigma. Christian started it out with doing his character quest on Snapdragon, which is a ton of fun for me to watch and follow along, seeing him playtest and working on getting Snapdragon in a position to, compete in the Titan 1 event was awesome. Dan Arnold did something recently with 8-Face, which was a lot of fun, and that's, 8-Face just building as good an 8-Face deck as you can get in the Junkion format was awesome. So this is me trying to do something similar with the Sports Car Patrol, and the reason I'm doing this with the Sports Car Patrol is because they are my favorite Micromaster Patrol, which is probably surprising to hear because I don't think a lot of people play them, and the reason a lot of people don't play them is because they are pretty terrible. I think they are the bottom in terms of just playability on the Micromaster Patrols. Like, you've got Airstrike Patrol is easily the top. Beneath them, Off-Road and maybe Rescue Patrol a little lower down. And then like Airstrike Patrol, Off-Road Patrol, then Rescue Patrol, and maybe Spy Patrol. Spy Patrol has gotten some Alpha Trion protocol tools that have made them really good, especially like, working with Soundwave and his ability. ATP Soundwave just made Spy Patrol really fun. I like the idea of what they do. It's not a traditional patrol team, but they never were, and I'm okay with that. And then to me, at the bottom, you've got the Battle Patrol and the Sports Car Patrol. And I don't know which one is worse, but Sports Car Patrol is pretty bad. So I was thinking about where can Sports Car Patrol be played, and the answer is probably not really anywhere competitively. And then how good could they possibly be? And maybe if I play them enough, it can help me think of ideas of what to do to get them closer to being playable in one format or another. I'm starting out in just, I guess it's Titan 1 because I don't have any Titan Masters. It's not Junkion. They just need too many rares right now, but we'll see where they go. So let's start out with just the breakdown of what we have going on here. With the Sports Car Patrol, so these are 4 teeny tiny cars, and that's what I love about them. Like, it's literally just the car. Look at Detour here. Detour here is a Micro Machine ass future car, and I just love it so much. I want them to work. We'll see. So each Sports Car Patrol member is a 4 or 5 star car, which means you can play the car package a little bit, maybe to help them out, get some untaps. The problem is, uniformly, the team has really low defense and low health. The Micromasters suffer from health, especially in light of the same star count getting you a Titan Master head. Spending it on a Micromaster Patrol member is already like a big ask, but then on top of that, Detour, for example, here sitting with 0 defense in both modes is tough. The Sports Car Patrol wants to play a blue deck because you get benefits for being able to discard blue cards, and you need the defense, unfortunately. But yeah, so Detour here, all the Sports Car Patrol members kind of do the same thing, stealth while untapped in alt mode, and then they give you a canned blue action if you discard a card. So here he gets to do Pep Talk. Blackjack here, hey, he's got 1 more defense. He is the Lord after all. He's a leader in this mode, and then his thing is, if you do untap your cars, you get to repair 1 damage from them, which is supposed to help with survivability, but my guess is that it doesn't actually help. Not guess, I've played games with them already. The repair 1 doesn't do a lot because of the amount of damage that other characters can just bring out. Your Sports Car Patrol members are probably getting popped without some sort of just general defense buff. And then he does the thing when they die, he can become a 6/4 potentially. Then there's Hyperdrive. When you scrap a blue card with him, you get to draw 3 cards, scrap 2. And then finally there is Roadhugger. He has, to me, the best ability. You tap him and any blue in your hand becomes a leap in a battle, which to me is not bad, especially if you're trying to do damage with your guys. If you notice, these attack values are not high. Being able to leap in a battle, play another leap in a battle, or ideally like a bigger they are, leap in a battle, bigger they are, and a weapon, get some damage across the table, which they really need to do. You'll also know that the Sports Car Patrol members, we have 2 specialists and 2 melee characters. That'll come into play later. In terms of who I wanted to partner with them, if I stay 4 wide, I'd drop a character, and I think the obvious one to drop would be Detour here. Drop Detour, or if I want to drop a 5-star member, it might drop Blackjack, honestly. I don't know, because I want to keep Road Hugger. But drop Detour, and then you get 11 stars to play with. Right now I'm playing 5 wide, and my choice of partner is Autobot Jazz, because he helps prevent the damage taking. Ideally, you use this ability combined with the Alpha Trion protocols. Here's the thing. So you are, unless your opponent is playing a weapon or an action that gives Pierce, or they have native Pierce, then you're turning their black pips into white pips. And if you proc off a mixed black and blue deck, then you're getting Jazz's ability to reduce the damage to help your guys survive longer. That is our 25 stars. Let's go into our actions and upgrades here. And this is like version 0.0. I 100% recognize that this needs work, but this is just my first pass. We'll see how 1 or 2 games with this go, and then from there we'll do an update and some tweaking. So start your engines, I think, is an obvious choice. It's blue and it untaps your guys, letting you get more attacks out, which they need to get attacks out to get damage across the table, and lets them heal for 1 if Jazz's ability is working. Bigger they are, again, getting damage across the table, +4 or +2 Pierce 4, absolutely do it. Steady Shot to me is another pretty obvious one. It's black and blue, helping you get Pierce out there, or if Jazz is up, then that Pierce becomes white pips. Actually, let me double check. I might be misremembering that Jazz. It's defending, never mind. So when you're defending, the black pip isn't dead in your flips. It becomes a white pip, helping you get more blue and play defensively. We've got Steady Shot here, and then we've got Wedge Formation. This one I think is a drop. It's a black-orange, but I think that because we don't get to... It's really just a heal 1. We don't have ranged characters. Like, unless I play a different partner, I think I already need to drop the Wedge Formation. That seems pretty obvious. Master Metallicato, we are playing, some mixed pips, so being able to pump up our guys in any way possible, I think, will be a help. Scouting Mission, again, it's another black-blue. It helps us draw the cards we need. Catch Off Guard, I think, is a super important one. There's a lot of cards that protect their upgrades. Catch Off Guard by the ATP, being able to take an enemy upgrade and put it at the bottom of the deck is, I think, very vital to trying to survive. And then there's Outflank. Again, we've got specialists in the party, so we do 1 damage to them. They get +2 attack, and I get to draw a card. That is very nice and very helpful. Secret actions to try and keep things alive. Sabotage Armaments, I think, is a pretty obvious one. Someone throws a grenade launcher on us, we're probably not surviving, so we got to get rid of that stuff. Stable Cover, again, we don't want Pierce. Even if Jazz's ability isn't working or whatever is happening, if we can turn off Pierce, it might help us survive a little longer. And the fact that it's a black pip is super helpful. Despite any difficulty is Master Metallicato, but on the defense, I think super important to survivability in this deck. Where odds are, most of the time we're flipping blues and maybe one other thing, so getting that other pip to count as defense is very helpful. Now upgrades, and here's what kind of prevents us from being a Junkion deck without more cards introduced to the Junkion format, which I think will be happening soon. But the Sports Car Patrol they struggle to get damage out. Energon Axe and Laser Cutlass are both Piercy blue weapons that help us get damage out. Handheld Blaster helps a little bit. If you see our flips over here, getting Bold 1 helps get a little more Pierce out there on most of our flips. We'll see how practical that is in real life. But ideally, you know, we're able to just get a consistent amount of damage across the table against some of the higher defense characters like Soundwave and Overlord. Hollow Matter Projector, we have tiny little health pools, and because of that, it is important to protect those health pools. I almost want to make this a 2, and I recognize I'm not playing any other armors right now. Like I've said, my first initial thought of this deck list is I need to focus on just getting damage out. Otherwise, like right now, it feels like the Sports Car Patrol just doesn't have a win condition, which I don't think is, I think like that's not just how it feels, that's just how it is. But they need some sort of win condition to, you know, achieve. If you're being a control deck and your goal is to outlast the player, you got to outlast them to do something. And their inability to get damage across the table, I think, prevents them from being able to, like, okay, I'm gonna slow the game down, I'm going to, you know, turtle up because I think I have more health than you. They just don't, and because of that, they need to focus on getting damage out there. We'll see how this goes after a couple games, but right now, yeah, Hollow Matter Projector, I'd probably drop this down. I'm actually, now that I'm talking about this, I'm probably going to drop the wedge formations and increase the Hollow Matter Projector to a 3 of, because I think it's that important that they don't take direct damage. And then the last one is a point position. It's brave. It's really there after Jazz is dead or when taps happen to try and keep the Sports Car Patrol members alive. And this is the first pass. You notice there's no side deck here because I just need to play some games with these 40 cards and see what the hell that I am trying to do with them. And again, this is my version 0 of this deck list. So if you have suggestions or like comments or just you want to shout, hey Cameron, you idiot, you forgot about this super important thing, I appreciate it. And hopefully this was just a quick look into how terrible a player I can be on my own. And we'll see how this goes. But look forward to later on this week. I've already recorded a couple games, so I'll be sharing those and the thoughts with them, and I'll catch you all later. All right, have a great day, everyone. See ya.